What's up, fam? Just Ramon here. I bet you guys wonder what's going on with me, huh? Well, a lot has transpired. A lot has transpired. But first and foremost, you see, I'm not in jail. I'm still out here. I still work at the church. But a few things have changed. The last time I was here, I was talking about trying to get funding to go to school. Well, I actually got funding. I went to school. I'm now employed at the K Company. See the K Company? Yeah, this I represent for the K Company, boy. K Company, they really did a good job for me, man. They came through at the end. A lot transpired. I was actually, what ended up happening was, I ended up going to Starks. Remember, I had to get a letter that said that the company would be willing to hire me, even though they knew I was a felon. So I got that letter. I sent it into my counselor, and she took it to the financial committee or the funding committee, and they funded me. And I ended up going to Stark State. I went for the 1 year HVAC program, and during the process, as I went to school, as I'm going to Stark State, I'm going to classes. I made the president's list. I made the dean's list. I'm an A student. I told you I strive for excellence. I got into the apprenticeship program that the school was offering, and I ended up getting these job interviews from multiple different companies. And just like I had with the problem with the funding, with people worried about my convictions, the companies that I interviewed for, they couldn't get past my convictions. Even though here I am, I'm an A student, I'm doing everything that needs to be done. I'm not having any trouble. My POs love me, and they just can't get past my history. So I went through about 5 or 6 different interviews, and they all just pretty much told me, no, we're not going to hire you. And so I was like, okay, it's cool, because I knew that God had a plan for me. And the plan was for me to be in this particular class at this particular time, because this teacher was having a stroke in my class, and I saw it. And I wouldn't leave him until he got somebody, like he got on the phone with somebody, ended up waiting until he got a hold of his wife, and he ended up going directly to the hospital. And long story short is, I ended up saving his life, and that's what he tells me. I ended up saving his life. I just grateful I was there to be there. And I remember the acronym, the Be Fast acronym was like balance, eyes, face, arms, speech, and time. I just remembered. I don't know why it popped in my head, but I just remembered it. And anyway, so he came back to school a couple weeks later, and he told me that his wife told him to say thank you to me because I probably saved his life and his career and whatnot. But I didn't think nothing of it, because I was just trying to just be a servant, just be a good guy. And he says, I want to do something for you. And he says, the owner of K Company goes to my church, and I like to talk to him about you. And he's like, do you mind if I say something to him about you? And I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Like, what could what's the worst that could happen? And so he told a guy named Dan Bauer about my story, and Dan sent me a text and asked me would I be willing to come in for an interview the next day, and I did. And I met with him, I met with Caleb, and I met with Jim. And it was supposed to be, well, it was more like just a conversation. It wasn't really a job interview. It was more just like having a conversation. And they asked me about my story, and he said, before we even got started, really, he says, yeah, just told me about your story, about your past. And he says, well, I'm not worried about your past. I know about your past. Like, just tell me who you are now. And we talked for about almost 2 hours. And at the end, he said, you know what? We want you. We're going to hire you. And they hired me pretty much on the spot. I was still in school, so I couldn't really, and I was a full-time student. And I had this part-time job at the church, and I couldn't really like go to work with him. But he was like, look, he says, we understand. We're going to work around you. We're going to hire you part-time. You can come and work for us 1 day a week. And that's what I did for the whole time I was in school. Probably for the last half of my first semester and the full last second semester, I was working at K Company, going every Monday. I just go to work every Monday, and they would take me to different jobs, and I work with different leads. And it was just, I got an experience just to learn about the company and learn about different things and different aspects. And then when I graduated from school, they hired me full time immediately. And when I got my certificates, I turned them in to Miss Ashley, and she was like, "Okay, we got it. We put it in the computer." And when the raises came, I got like a $5 raise. And I was like, "What?" And to tell you the truth, guys, I'm telling you, man, this job has changed my life. Like, I'm like, this blows my mind that I have a job. I mean, let me rephrase that. I have a career. And I'm making more money than I've ever made in my entire life just for going to school and learning a trade. And for a company that took a risk on a felon like me. And like, I love them and they love me back. And it's just, I've been going out of state. I've been to Kentucky. I've been like, oh my God, it's just an amazing journey right now. And I'm in such a great place. I'm in a whole new tax bracket. The fact that I could even say that, man, more money, more problems. I promise you that. I'm learning about 401ks and profit sharing and benefits and life insurance. And it's just, my life has been transformed. I got a new vehicle. My life has been transformed, man. I got the car that I asked for. I got a Honda Pilot. And it's like, for those of y'all who don't believe and like don't believe that God is real and that he will work for you or do whatever you do, like I went through so many obstacles and I'm still breathing, I'm still employed. Like it's just too much for me to try to tell. Wow, I'm salivating. But I can just say this. The update is I'm not in prison. I'm not in trouble. I'm 7 months away from getting off probation. 7 months. And it's just been an exciting thing. And Ohio Means Jobs, Stark State, the workforce development, like the whole thing has just been the church, my parents, my friends, my family. Everybody was supportive and everybody and everybody's telling me we're so proud of you, we're so proud of you. But I was like, listen, all I did was just say yes to the Father, right? That's all I did. I just said yes, and he's just been ordering my steps, and he's made a way for me. And now I'm literally living a dream. Like, I can't believe that, like, I'm in the position that I'm in. Like, it's just amazing, man. So I ain't gonna keep you long. I just wanted to give you an update. Everybody was telling me like, dude, you need to do an update. So this is the update. I don't know where I'm gonna go from here. I don't know if I'm gonna get back on this channel or try to give you periodic updates. I just wanted to put this out there. Excuse the lighting, the sound, all these things. This was just a raw video. I'll do my best. I'm gonna run it through this new app I got, and they say that it'll do all the editing for you. So I'm gonna see if it does it. So with that, I gotta say it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification button. That still just tickles me. That tickles me. Well, remember, God loves you, so do I. Peace, one love.